Hey, I'm Christopher JMUA and welcome back to my channel. Unless you've never been here, of course, then welcome. I'm so very glad you've stopped by because today we are reviewing the Morphe Arch Obsessions Brow Kit. If you haven't heard of this, then you probably don't visit Ulta or Ulta's website very often because this is an Ulta exclusive, which I was not aware of until about 3 minutes ago. And this is a kit of everything that one would need for their brows, supposedly. This is gonna be a really quick how-to video on how to do my brows my way with this kit. Now, I've never used it, so this is more like gonna be a first impressions of me potentially trying to get my brows the way that I would normally do them with this instead. So if you wanna see me do my brows with the Morphe Arch Obsessions and see exactly what I think about it and how it performs, then stay exactly where you are, keep doing exactly what you're doing, and keep on watching. Okay guys, I am in between videos right now. Actually, this was the perfect time to do my brows. I'm in between an eyeshadow palette review and a foundation review, and I figured I need to do my brows anyway, so why not go ahead and test this kit out and we'll see how it works. Now, I actually got this the day it was released, but imagine that we're here now, however many days later. I think it's like a month later from the time I got this. I'm so behind on videos, guys. I'll catch up eventually, but I'm not there yet. Soon, one day, I'll catch up. Anyway, as I said before, this is only at Ulta, or so the Ulta website says. This brow kit comes in 5 different sets or 5 different shades. I got the shade Latte. The other shade options are Biscotti, Mocha, Java, and Chocolate Mousse. Now, before I actually open this and we do our brows, or I do my brows and you watch, I'm gonna read the description off of Ulta's website. First of all, this product is $18, and the description says, only at Ulta. Bombshell brows. We're talking about you, Morphe babe. Keep it natural or go full drama when shaping, filling, and finishing your brows. From the first pencil swipe to the last stroke of highlighter, this all-in-one Arch Obsessions brow kit will have you slaying through thick and thin. Collection includes a micro brow pencil, 0.003 ounces. That seems very small. Brow setting gel in translucent, 0.21 ounces. Brow cream, 0.12 ounces. M158 angle liner / spoolie brush. That's cool. I didn't realize I had a brush in it. And a highlighter stick in Oh Brow Baby. And that is 0.09 ounces. Kind of excited it had a brush in it. I didn't realize that. I guess all I really had to do was turn it over and look at the back. Speaking of the back, this is the back of the unit carton. As you can see, it does list out apparently what products come in it, and it gives you in detail the items that come in the box. Obviously, I was just excited that it was a kit of brow things. But let's go ahead and open this up and jump into the brows. So when we open the box and take it out, it is all wrapped in some cellophane-y type dry paper. I can't deal with that dryness on my hands. I just got goosebumps everywhere. Whew, oh gosh. I don't like it. Okay, I thought it was gonna be in some like plastic cellophane-y type stuff. So let's unwrap this very quickly. And inside, this is how everything looks and is laid out. We have our Latte Brow Cream, our Morphe 158 brush, our brow pencil, which looks like full size, our brow setting gel, which also looks like full size, and our Oh Brow Baby highlighter. Now, I have a couple of brow highlighters like this. With these, you really just put them right under your brow on your brow bone to give that highlighted, lifted look so that it kind of makes your brows a little more pronounced. I like to use this type of thing when I'm not wearing eyeshadow or I don't have any other makeup on, or if I'm just going with a neutral glam look, because this does add that type of perfect effect to that type of look. But whenever I have on a colorful look, I prefer using an eyeshadow to do that with. So I'm not going to be using this time, but I am going to swatch it so you can see what the pencil looks like. See, so it's really just a skin tone type shade that's a little bit brighter, and it's meant to just be that highlight. I will say that felt super creamy. However, this tone looks a little orangey on me. I don't know if I would even use that on my brow bone because of the shade that it is. Well, I don't know. It blends out to more of a peachy tone. Maybe I would. I don't know. I'd have to try it. Needless to say, it's not all that exciting to me, but this stuff is. So what we're gonna do first is I'm gonna unwrap the Morphe M158 brush, and I believe this is actually the same brow brush that comes in the Jeffree Star Eye Brush Kit except it's not pink like that brush is, but it's the same type of brush. Has a spoolie on one end, has the angled brow brush on the other. Now I'm first going to brush out my brow hair. I want to make sure I get any remaining product from the look I've been doing out, just in case. I also like to swirl spoolies in my brows. I have a lot of thick brow hair. Part of that is being a dude, I think. Maybe, I don't know, you tell me. Either way, I have a lot of thick brow hair, so I like to really push it in there and swirl it upward. It just gives a little more direction and definition. I just have to be careful when I have makeup on so that I don't like grind off my makeup, but it does really help get in there and kind of lift my brows up. Makes them look a lot cleaner. I feel like it's especially important to do that if you're about to pluck your brows, because you need your brows to be upward most of the time anyway to know where they should fall. Okay, now that they are spoolied completely, I'm gonna take the angled brush side, and now I'm gonna go into the Latte Brow Cream. Ooh, that looks really nice. It feels very soft, like very, very soft. I'm used to the Anastasia Dip Brow, which is a little more firm of a product. I typically have to put it on the back of my hand to warm it up, but this definitely feels like a cream as opposed to a pomade or like a thick gel type substance. It just doesn't feel quite like that thicker consistency. So I like to start right up front and just use the sharpest, cleanest edge to start making thin, fluid lines. And I do the same thing going all the way up the brow until I run out of product. And then once I run those lines all the way through the brow and at the beginning to make sure I fill in the front, I like to go right at the tail and use this to shape the tail. So I start at the highest point of my arch. And I try to use really, really light pressure. Sometimes if I've had too many energy drinks, I'm shaking too much and I can't use light pressure, because if I do, I'll have squiggly brows. And as far as I know, nobody does squiggly brows anymore. If you do, go you. If that's what you like, you know, if that's what you like, do you. And then once I finish off the bottom part of my arch and get that tail formed, then I go right on top and do the same thing and form that edge. Now this is a very specific type of brow. This is a very sharp, bold, clean brow. There are many types of brows that can be done with these products. I mean, you could do light and fluffy, you could do extra bushy. This is just for the look I'm going for today. This is the brow that I want. And now that I have that product in there, it kind of bunches up in different places, just like a pomade would. So this is where you can take the spoolie and start to go through and just pull product through the brows. Okay, and honestly, I think I'm done with this brow. I was gonna go in with the pencil as well and add in a few little brush strokes and clean up this line right here, but I could pretty much do that with the brush and the cream. So I don't really think I need to anymore. Now, all I wanna do is go in with the Morphe Brow Setting Gel in clear and just run this through the brow. So far, I gotta say, I actually really like this brow. Now I'm gonna try to do the exact same thing on the other side. This brush is so good for these little hair strokes. I mean, if you can see at the front of my brow, the little hair looking things that aren't actually hair, love that. Oh, I forgot to tell you this last time, but also whenever you finish off the tail, you see how I have this almost a line right here where the pigment that I laid down almost ends? At this point, most of the product is off of my brush and in my brow. So what I like to do is finish off this line on the top, and I'll work from my tail forward and I'll slowly just pull the product back while I'm still making sure that I give that kind of more defined line to show where the edge of my brow is. But doing that gives that definition, but it also kind of ombres the color a little bit from the front to the back of the brow so that it's not so harsh, but you can still tell where the brow is. I just think it makes for a cleaner looking brow. And again, a lot of this is really going to come down to preference and if you like this sort of brow. For me personally, I think brows should change depending on mood and style and the look that you go for. So I feel like brows should change just as frequently as clothes. Oh, I just noticed this, but one side of the applicator for this clear brow setting gel is a spoolie and the other side is flat. So you can apply product with one side and spoolie out the brows with the other. I really, really like that. I wish I would have realized that during my first brow. But I really, really like that. Well here, this is gonna be our experiment to see if you can work with this gel after it's dried. Ooh, not really. Once it's dry, it's kind of just dry. Oh yeah, that's like, that brow is there. It's not going anywhere. Okay, and those are my brows. Again, these are the more sharp, precise brows. So obviously not for everyone, not for every occasion, not for every mood, style, whatever you want to call it. And obviously we did not use the pencil for this look. I feel like the pencil for me is a more on the go type tool. It's honestly what I use more frequently. Whenever I'm sitting down and I have a chance to play with makeup, I prefer using creams, gels, that sort of thing, pomades. But whenever I'm trying to quickly get makeup done, which is kind of more often than not, then I'll typically go in with a pencil and my Anastasia Dip Brow Gel because it's essentially cream but in a bottle with a spoolie. So I can just brush it in really quick. It gives me the color and the saturation that I need, but it also kind of sets them at the same time. Now I will say for this type of brow look, I do really like this combo. I think this worked out really, really well, and I think I got really sharp, defined brows, and I really like them. Basically, when it comes to this brow set, I think this is a heck of a deal that anybody should jump on if you need some brow products. 18 bucks for all of this is ridiculous. It seems like you're stealing some product somewhere. Granted, the little highlighting brow pencil might not be for everybody. It's not for me, except these do make really good waterline eyeliners, but everything else, 18 bucks for all of this is really good. I mean, you pay a little more than that for a prestige brand of a dip brow gel, or even that for a brow pencil from a lot of brands. So I think it's a really great deal. I think it's a really nice kit. I think it's a good selection of products, and it's kind of a few different brow styles, if you will, in one. The only thing you're missing is a powder. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you this little brow routine. I didn't have my brow routine for my channel, and I got that kit, and I kind of wanted to just, you know, do a little first impressions with it, show you how I did my brows with it, and give you a little brow update, if you will. So I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up if you want to. It lets me know that you did enjoy it, and it also helps other people see my videos. It would mean the world to me if you would subscribe if you haven't. If you like, I would absolutely love that. I love each and every one of you, and I love having you as part of my family over here on YouTube. If you'd like to see this look or more looks like them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. My username is the same for everything. It's just ChristopherJMUA. And if you gain nothing out of this video, if you gain nothing out of any of my videos, please at least gain this, and that is to always remember and never forget that you are absolutely beautiful. And I love you guys. Bye.